So you are going to Dominica, not to be confused with Dominican Republic. If you're going there, there's another video up there that you can watch. But you're going to Dominica and you want to get yourself a SIM card. Well, you came to the right place because I will tell you everything you need to know about buying a SIM card in Dominica, such as the best SIM card, internet packages, speeds, and yeah, all the things you need to know. So let's just get started, shall we? Hi! It's Odu for Phone Tourists here, where we talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, such as buying a SIM card in Dominica. If videos like this sound interesting to you, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Dominica, one of the places in the Caribbean, a beautiful place I would say, but I believe that all places in the Caribbean are beautiful because, well, they are. And you want to get yourself a SIM card because you know that international roaming is expensive. Sometimes they say it's criminally expensive depending on the operator, because some of the prices they charge are, well, criminal I would say. If you want to learn more about why international roaming is so expensive, there's a video up there that explains it much more in depth. Well, for now we will just stick with Dominica, and we need to know about the operators here in the country. You have two different operators. You have Flow and Digicel. If you've been to other Caribbean nations, then these names are quite familiar because, well, they are active in almost all of the Caribbean. Flow is mostly active in the English-speaking countries or territories in the Caribbean. But yeah, so how much does a SIM card cost you in Dominica? You can get a SIM card for 20 XCD, standing for East Caribbean dollar. Sometimes they have some promotions where you get some minutes, some data or whatever, but most of the time it's just the SIM card, so you most likely want to top up as soon as you get your SIM card. Where can you get your SIM card in Dominica? You go to the official stores of these operators, so you go to a Flow store or a Digicel store, and you can get your SIM card there. Make sure to bring your passport with you when you go to these stores, because SIM card registration is mandatory in Dominica, just like many places in the Caribbean. So make sure to bring it, otherwise they cannot sell you your SIM card because it's mandated by law. Okay, so what is the best SIM card in Dominica? Is it Flow? Is it Digicel? Is it both? Is it neither? Well, it has to be at least one of them, and in this case I would say both of them, because they are quite on par. Coverage is on par. I will talk about coverage a little bit later. So as speeds, the main difference between them is, yeah, the type of bundles they offer and the allowances. So for the best SIM card, both Flow and Digicel will be fine. Well, as I said earlier, when you buy a SIM card, you most likely get nothing except the SIM card, so you want to top up. Well, you can top up when you are in the store, or you can get the top up voucher in many establishments throughout Dominica. They are like cafes, restaurants, grocery stores that sell top up vouchers, which is cool. But you can also top up online with an international debit or credit card. So those are your options. If you use a voucher and you want to redeem it, in the case of Flow, you would dial *121 pound key and then a voucher code and then the pound key. And to check your balance, you would dial *120 and then the pound key. In case of Digicel, you would dial *125 and the pound key and follow the instructions. And to check your balance, it's also *120 and the pound key. So what about coverage in Dominica? Well, as I said, it's extensive. It's like almost all of Dominica, except a little bit more inland. Inland is, you know, can be a little bit tricky, but I'm not really sure what you're gonna do there. If you're on the roads inland, then, well, things should be fine. But yeah, coverage is extensive in Dominica. Can you actually use your phone when you are in Dominica? Well, you most likely can, but you need to be aware of the frequencies used in Dominica. If you think about this section is gonna be boring, well, this might be the most important section, because if your phone does not support the right frequencies, then, well, you cannot use your phone. So look at this map. You will see 3 different regions. You will see region 1, 2, and 3, and they have nice colors. In region 1 and 3, which are Africa, Asia, including the Middle East, Europe, and Oceania, they use European frequencies, whereas in Americas, North, Central, South America, plus the Caribbean, they usually use American frequencies. If you bought your phone in region 1 or 3 and you go to the Americas and you have a low-end phone that does not support the frequencies used in the Americas, the American frequencies, then you most likely cannot use your phone, or you will be limited to older generations. And same goes for American phones or phones supporting American frequencies going to region 1 and 3. Well, what frequencies are used in Dominica? It's a mix of both. Flow uses traditional American frequencies for 2G, 3G, and 4G, whereas Digicel uses traditional European frequencies for 2G and 3G. So if you bought your phone from region 1 or 3, you might want to consider going with Digicel because, well, they support European frequencies. If you bought your phone from the Americas, you can go with Flow. If you have a medium-end phone or a high-end phone that has 3-band or quad-band support, then it doesn't really matter which operator you go with, because it will most likely support the frequencies. But like I said, you may be limited to just 2G or 3G, depending on, well, if it actually supports the right frequencies. If you want to learn more about frequencies and how it can impact the way you travel with your phone, there's a video up there. Worry not, it's not too technical, but it just gives you more information about, well, traveling with your phone. Alright, so let's talk about packages. What type of packages do the two operators offer? Well, let's start with Flow with their prepaid plans, which are the combo plans, coming with data, minutes and SMS. You also see unlimited social media messaging for Swift. Swift stands for Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Sometimes I have to think about that, but that's just only for the messaging. And you also see local anywhere minutes. That basically means local minutes, so you can use it for both Flow numbers and Digicel numbers. Don't confuse this anywhere title or future with Digicel's anywhere. Future, I will talk about that. But for Digicel, this includes international minutes, which does not apply with Flow. But those are your options with Flow. Let's look at Digicel with the Prime bundles, which are quite new actually, at least at the time of recording. We get data for a lot of specific apps, minutes, on-net to off-net, and anywhere minutes. You may be thinking, well, you get a lot of data. You do get a lot of data, but the data has to be used for the Digicel apps. When I'm talking about, let's say, listen more data or play more data, the any use data that can be used for whatever you want to. And if you're thinking, well, maybe I can transfer, let's say, my store more data to my data allowance, sadly that's not the case. It's just focused on that app. So yeah, quite sad. Otherwise you would be having like a data allowance with more of 200 gigabytes of data. Would be cool, but well, we're not there yet. Maybe one day. So what about the anywhere minute? Anywhere minutes can be used for calls to Canada and the United States, both landline and mobile, to mobile Telefonica, minutes to Venezuela, landline numbers in United Kingdom, and Digicel Caribbean. And I will show you what Digicel Caribbean is, which is quite a cool feature, I would say. In fact, that might be one of the reasons why you want to consider going with Digicel, because of, well, this is part of the Prime bundles. You can also go with the Quick Pick bundles, which come with minutes, data, or only minutes or only data, but these plans are listed in USD instead of XCD that I used throughout this video. So that's what you need to know about buying a SIM card in Dominica. Which operator are you gonna go with? Or which SIM card are you gonna buy? Are you gonna go with Digicel or are you gonna go with Flow? Let me know in the comments down below. If you travel a lot or you just want to know about the best SIM cards all over the place, well, you came to the right channel, because I talk about that as well. If you're planning on going to other places in the Caribbean, make sure to check this playlist where, yeah, I talk about buying SIM card in the Caribbean or SIM cards. Once again, I'm Otto from Phone Travelers, where we talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, such as local SIM cards, local SIM card reviews, international roaming, speed tests, all the good stuff. So I would really recommend you to subscribe to this channel. On the screen you will see some related cards. Make sure to like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.